and you walk by, I hit you with sexy eyes. You look through me as if I wasn't right. Oh no, you didn't just walk on through. It's time.
Good morning, YouTubers. It's about 10 o'clock. Just getting out here and getting started on doing my security checks. I always walk the haunt in the morning, make sure no one got in here or anything fell down or what have you. Gotta keep it safe and see if you can find any problems. Who was it? Predictions Home Hunt? Prediction something? Watch one of their vlogs. They went out in the morning and do some filming in their haunt, and some of the roof had fallen down. Yeah, my hunt looks okay. Nothing's falling apart, but got a lot to do today. I gotta get this cut off. It's one of my braces to my wall I put in. I'll bring my Sawzall out and nail that. It won't take long. Again, going to be working in the sewer room. I've got to get the pipes on the front of the wall, get the one pipe that's going to end up being a fountain, getting the hose hooked and get it ran down the back. Might have some barrels to put out over there. We've got some skeletons to hang. A lot of stuff, a lot more stuff to do in this display, so I'll be working on that off and on today. Probably going to give it a day, maybe two, depending on how far I get with things. It's going to definitely be a couple of days. So I got to get the electrical wiring and stuff ran in here before I can put the pond liners in. So I'll be working on that the next couple of days. You know, I'll be hopping back and forth. I've got to get all the fog machines out here, black lights out here, get everything mounted where they need to go before I can start doing the electrical, so I can see where I need to run wires and stuff. Got to get the lights out here, get them into place, and that takes a good day or two, and I'm hopping all over the haunt with that. I usually start clear out at that entrance out there with the lighting, getting the lights attached. And I work my way through the haunt. Then I bring all the wiring out and start running the wiring either to power, to my power station, what have you. I'm over in the Gypsy display now, and one of you guys, I was gonna say one of my subscribers, but the people watching this are my subscribers. But one of you guys, and I can't remember who it was, asked how we hung the tarot cards. My wife came up with the idea, just really simple. She took a regular sewing pin, poked a hole in the card, and then just simply knotted a piece of fishing line to it, and it goes up to our roof up here. And she just ties it to that netting. That's basically all it is. And as for the tarot cards, those are homemade. I did a search, what was it, 2 years ago. For tarot cards, and came up with hundreds of different patterns of tarot cards, and I picked one that I liked, printed it off to the size I wanted, and then just glued it on to some poster board. And then I found the picture of a back of a card that I liked and did the same thing on the reverse. And that's all it is. It is a full set of tarot cards with those there and what's on the table there, right there. So, it is a full set. And I figured I didn't want to go down and buy a nice set of tarot cards to do this with. One, if I did, I wouldn't want to poke holes in it to attach a fishing line. And two, you'll see some of them, like this one here, has some water damage and stuff to it. And they're starting to curl and everything, just from the humidity and moisture out in the air this time of year. So I didn't want, I wouldn't want to subject a brand new set of cards to that. But later today, the wife's got a few things in the house to do, but later today she's going to be out here working on the spider display. She's got to get that enclosure finished, and she's got this to do, plus the roof. She's got a lot of cobwebbing to do. So she'll probably be out off and on today, working a little bit here, a little bit there. And like I said, I'm going to be focusing mainly on the sewer room today, trying to get some finishing touches done over there. But I've got other things, you know, I got like the foggers I need to get into place. Those take electricity, they have to be in place so I can see where to put the cords. 2 of my crypts out here in the graveyard, my animated crypts. I also put a light in, I need to get those in. Let's see, the box over there and the one in there, you know, I need to get their lights in so I can get 110 ran to them, you know. And there's a couple other spots in the booth like that too where we have a light bulb or something inside of something. Those have got to get installed before I can run any electrical wiring. And it looks like the set designer just came out to do her cobwebbing. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get to work. Hey, yo. Just getting ready to go grab some lunch and take a breather. Paint fumes, and I'm running a buzz. But I wanted to kind of show you what we've been up to out here. And I say we because there's that pretty little thing right there stretching her stuff and strutting her stuff. But she's working on doing some of her cobwebbing. And for the person that asks me about how she does it, just sit here and watch.
Nothing.
Just very carefully just stretches it out, strand by strand.
Well, not strand by strand, but close. Clump by clump. Is that
But-
going too far out, you think?
Yes, way too far out. It's got to be way closer to the wall.
Maybe I'd go up with it.
Yeah, up to the ceiling. But see, she started with it up there above the Black Widow and just tied a clump.
It over here.
Oh, over there? And she's just been working her way around the room. But it's just slow and steady. You know, and then you have to step back, take a look at it. If it's too far out, you got to tuck it in a little bit more. If it's too thick, you got to stretch it out. It's a practiced art form. Now here, she's going to tie it off, her end of it there.
This is going to need a knot.
Yeah. And here, come on down for a second so I can get a shot of that.
What?
Yeah. Now, see, she just stretched it from there over to here and tied it. And you notice this real thick band here. Now she's going to start working on it, taking little bits and pieces of it and just stretching it out. In and around items and what have you.
That leg's going to...
I wouldn't have it go down and around the spider, I'm afraid, love. Because you're going to have tall
I
people.
want it up there on the other side of the spider, but...
The leg's in the way. Okay, hold on here. I gotta put the camera down. I'll give her a hand. All right, here we go. Another thing you gotta do too is have a good pair of scissors with you. And now after she gets done stretching it, we'll have to come back through and re-zip tie it. Maybe. But anyway, that's how she does her webbing. And just a little bit at a time. And she's got it in here.
Can't get the scissors in there.
I got my nippers in the other room that you can use. But it doesn't look too bad. Though, not sure what's up with this.
I said it's a lot of strings. I just didn't want to...
Yeah, I didn't want to unfurl. Sometimes you get them like that, but I don't know, that just doesn't...
I know, I've been working on it. I'm still working on it.
Yeah. You gotta think about it and then step back and come back to it. But anyway, while she's been doing that, I've been messing around over here in the sewer room. And this is where I'm getting the paint fumes from. Started off, we decided to put 3 barrels in that corner. We use those barrels for storing clothes. They belong to my landlord, so I can't spray paint. So they're gonna stay like that. I figure that's good enough, and I might print out more labels to go on them. And then I brought my fluorescent paint out, and I went lightly over that. Yeah, and I figure, you know, it was a lime green as it was, having the fluorescent green on it, it might fluoresce. Then we went from there, and I started working on this. And let's see if I can get that within range. And the ladder's blocking it. But there's your pipe wall, totally finished, totally put together. But I brought the fluorescent paint out to touch up some of the pipes, and I do notice I have a little bit of an overshot I could probably touch up. I don't know if I will or not. We got our fountain in, and you'll notice there's a connection to a hose. And here, let's pop this out. Get that toggle turned all the right way. That way we can kind of lean in, and it comes. Okay, trying to see the view screen. It comes from there through the wall, down and around, and I got my electrical plug right there too, so it's well out of the water. Runs all the way down and to my pump. The pump will suck it up, force it into the thing, and then it will come out the holes and recirculate. So, not too bad. Pretty straightforward. And my hose is kinked. And we can't have a kinked hose, because that restricts water flow. And you just got a good shot of the ceiling, didn't you? But anyway, so we got that done. I then, what gave me the buzz and filled this place up with a paint fumes, is I had 2 cans of this fluorescent orange left, and we decided to get a little funky with it and see what happens. I went over all the plaster on the walls and just held the can back a good long ways and just gave everything a good dusting. I don't know if it's going to fluoresce or not. I know the white's going to fluoresce purple. If we had that dusting on there, we'll have that fluorescent orange fluorescing. It's gonna pop the room, I think. It'll be real interesting. And right now, it's too late to do anything, because it'd take me over a week to repaint and re-tea stain those plaster spots. So we're stuck with it. But that's what we've gotten going so far. I still need to get my hose and the fountain in on that yet. I've got some skeletons and some manacles left over. We're gonna bring those out and get those hung up in here. And then I'm going to see what's what, and I might call it quits out here for the day, head back to the shop, which desperately needs to be cleaned, and then get started putting that crank ghost together for that thing. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But I'm going to go in and get some lunch and get away from the paint fumes. I'm buzzing real good. So I will see you guys after lunch. Hey guys, it's dinner time. So I figured by the time I get done with dinner, it's gonna be too dark to show you shit or stuff, or however you want to call it, excuse the French. But I wanted to show you what the wife did in the spider display, and hopefully this shows up really good. If not, I'll have to bring a light over here, because this is really, really impressive. She's got tons of little spiders in the web. She's got it kind of a domed feeling to it, so people look like them. They're coming into a cocoon. If not, I'll either bring a light over or show it to you tomorrow morning. But she did a wild job in here. Now my task is I gotta get in here and do the electrical when I get to that stage. Now myself, I did a little work over here, and I am going to have to turn the light on because I know it's too dark. So give me just a second here to plug it in. Okay, I'm back. Got in here after lunch. We got some skeletons kind of place where they're going to be at. And that one's on shackles. I used my last 2 pairs of shackles for this guy and this guy. So we got some skellies in here. You can also see right there the pump, water pump, which is plumbed to that. We got that in, and then I switched over after I got to this stage to working on the crank ghost, and I've been working on that the rest of the afternoon. So far I've got the mechanism complete up there, and I've tested it and it works fine. I'll give you a test here after dinner, hopefully sometime. But I got that done, and I've been in the shop getting the ghost together. You figure, you know, it's 2 sets of hands and a face. You just got to cut holes in a cloth, hot glue it on, what have you. It ain't that easy. I've been at it for a good hour, and actually it took me about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours to get that fabric glued onto the hands and the face and stuff. I got attached guidelines to it, which I'll do after dinner, and I'll be bringing it out here and installing it. Once it's installed, I'll be doing a test on it, and I'll give you guys some footage of that. You know, that's kind of what I've been working on this afternoon, trying to get that dang crank ghost done. So, you know, not a whole heck of a lot of anything going on, thrilling. Wife's also been going through the haunt, adding stuff. So, you know, some little knickknacks and some mishkabibble stuff here and there. So it's been going pretty easy for her. You know, she's been doing some miscellaneous cobwebbing and what have you. I think she's glad she's done with that spider display. She was struggling with it. The batch of webbing that we got was causing a lot of problems. So, but all in all, I'm going to let you go get my dinner and then get back out here because I want to get that crank ghost done. Okay, end of the day wrap up. I don't know if you can see me or not. Low light situation. And no, we'll move on over this way. There, you can see me a little bit better. Yeah, go over here like this. Extremely frustrated right now, ready to start throwing things frustrated. Spent the last 6 hours working on a crank ghost. First one I've ever made. Should research it a hell of a lot more before I tried it, because this project was a total failure. A very big failure. You know, I saw a couple videos online for it. You know, and the apparatus, you know, doing the support mechanisms with the pulleys and the windshield wiper motor, that looked pretty much straightforward. I was able to whip that together, no problem. I'd gone down and bought fabric to do the crank ghost, and I had an old spirit prop that last year got waterlogged. So I saved it specifically for this project. You know, I took the head off of it and the hands, and I incorporated it into the fabric that I wasted my money on by the look of it now. Finally got it all put together, and I've spent the last hour and a half screwing with it in here. Had some tweaking with the mechanism. You know, the line was getting caught up in the motor and stuff, so I had to tweak that, and I had a feeling that was going to happen, so it was expected. I got that fixed. The pulley system worked and it didn't work. Had a real bad problem with the hands and the head attached to the ghost. At 3 watt, the ghost would drop real quick and then rise real slow. You know, it wasn't a steady fluid motion like I've seen everyone else's do. So I figured, you know, it might have been weight on the weight of the ghost with hands and the head on them. So I took those off. Oh, also the extra weight was causing another problem. When it was coming up slow, it'd stay in the line would stay in the pulleys. When it went down, it dropped down so quick it was causing the line to bounce in the pulleys, and it was actually falling out of the pulleys and getting caught and pinched and binding up. You know, so I took the hands and the head out, attached just the fabric to it. It's not doing it as bad, but even the weight of the fabric is making it drop quick, and it's rising slowly. I can't seem to get to, you know, rise and fall at an even pace like I've seen everyone else do. I was running it at 3 watts. You know, I go any slower than that, and the motor won't turn. So I'm not exactly sure what's causing it. Right now, I've got just the fabric attached to the fishing line. Right there. And doesn't it look like crap? Man, it looks like crap. It runs like crap. Tomorrow morning, I am ripping that all out. The fabric's going in the trash. I'm taking the mechanism down, and I have no idea what I'm going to do behind that wall now. I do not have time to be fucking with this damn crank ghost. You know, I blew 5 hours today when I should have been doing other shit. I don't know, I got a real cheesy battery operated vampire I might put back there, and I might tweak him a little bit, you know, so I can hook him up to power. He eats batteries. He has some cornball sayings he does and runs side to side. Problem is he really doesn't fit this display. So, you know, I'm not sure what the hell the problem is. It might be the windshield wiper motor itself. The motor I got, it came out of a wrecking yard. You know, I went down last spring, picked up 3 of them out of a wrecking yard in there. And, you know, it might be the windshield wiper motor. I don't know. It's just that this thing is not running smoothly. I mean, the only way I can lighten it up anymore is to take the fabric off the lines. And then what point would there be to, you know, having the lines? You know, I just don't understand and can't figure out what the hell the problem is with it. I mean, the lines run smooth and everything else. And then I was also, I ran into another problem today too when I was hooking up the water pumps or the water features. You know, I've got the waterfall here, you know, on the wall, the other one on the other side of the room underneath the red dog. And I have, or I should say had, get us some light here so we can see what the hell we're doing here. Hold on. There we go. Had to get the right angle. But I had 3 water pumps, you know, that I used in the haunt. Well, actually, I had 2, and I bought a new one, so I had 3. And I went through and started testing all the pumps. I tested the new one again, made sure it was still working. Tested the other one, it was working. Went to test the third one, and it was not. So I took it apart, and the motor seized up in it. So I've only got 2 pumps, and I'm really, really wishing I had that third pump now. Because I was thinking with that crank ghost, piece of crap crank ghost not running now, or working out right, I could put one fountain back there and have one of those nozzles on, you know, to make the water look like it's, you know, kind of doming out or something, you know, or a shower stream shooting up in the air, or, you know, something like that. It'd give me some sort of movement back behind the wall, which is what I was shooting for, and it would fit the display. But only 2 water pumps, so that I just screwed. And like I said, I was thinking of doing that cheesy vampire, but oh god, I really don't want to use it this year. I've got a spirit ghost that would work in place of it. I'd have to put some sort of platform or something back there for it. And I think it's set up for the plug-in style try-me buttons too. I could could hook that up, and I don't know, that might work. I'll have to get that out and take a look at it. All I know is I'm kind of at a loss what the hell to do back there now. I don't really like the ghost idea either. I wanted a I wanted a crank ghost back there is what I originally wanted. You know, that's what I designed that wall around, was to have that crank ghost back there. And now that looks like I ain't gonna be having no damn crank ghost back there. I don't know what the hell to do. Anyway, like I said, I'm frustrated, I'm rambling, it feels good to vent. We did get a little ways today. We got the rest of the wall put together. We got the pumps put in, both for that wall and for that sewer pipe. We got the skeletons in. We also put the barrels in over there with their stickers, and I think I'm going to print out a couple of more stickers to put out there too. So, oh, and we did the spray painting, which was fun. My God, I was on a high for a while with that. I haven't felt that good in ages. It's been a long time since I've been that high. But, you know, so we did get some stuff done in here. It's just you know, and with the Crank Ghost too, I knew I was going to have problems with it. I knew right off the, you know, it was going to be a work in progress, and it was probably a several-day project, you know, just to get all the kinks worked out. And I'm trying to throw it together and get it done in an afternoon. You know, I should have known better. You know, I should have waited the last minute. I should have been screwing with this, you know, months ago. But for right now, I'm kind of at a loss. I'm not exactly sure what the hell to do back there. So, oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna go down and go take a look at what I've got, you know, for leftover supplies and stuff, and see what I've got. And I'm gonna bring this vlog to a close, live from the haunted tents, from a very frustrated haunter. Stay spooky out there, people.